Okay, sorry, I was just admiring myself for a second. Don't act like you don't do it too. This is a response, rules you got wrong for the battle report. I just posted Orks vs. Orks, Planetstrike, me versus Andy, which was awesome. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. The printer wasn't working, so I'm just going to read it off the computer screen. First off, chalk cake. In Firestorm, you scatter 3d6, and if you rule a direct hit, roll, I'm guessing roll, you still scatter only 2d6. P.S. I like your batrep better than Matt's, don't tell him. Okay. Well, thanks, first of all. However, if you look at the Planestrike manual, it says Firestorm, Strength 9, AP 3, Ordnance 1, Barrage. So, roll 2d6 scatter as normal. It's like an Ordnance 1 Barrage weapon. That's it. So, 2d6, normal Barrage, as shown in the video. You're wrong. Scary. The battle wagon and the burners can be rolled for as one, not dedicated, but can be put into it as it has a bit of transport capacity. Okay, I don't use reserves at all. See my battle reports, everything's on the board right away. It's all there. I don't want silly rolling reserves and nah. So I wasn't familiar with the rules completely, but yes, you're right. It doesn't have to be a dedicated transport to be assigned to the transport. At the beginning of the game. So the battle wagon could have been rolled with the burners as one squad for reserves to come on, which actually might have made a huge difference in the battle report. Like huge. But now we know. Thanks, Kari. General Cross. Fun battle report so far. Just a quick question. Did you roll to hit with the melta-bombs against the Death Dread? Yes. Because Death Dread's got ballistic skill, or weapon skill 4, same with the Orks. Melta-bombs, 8 plus 2d6. I rolled for the 4 plus to hit him, and I hit him. So yes, I did. Mailman. These are my favorite battle reports. Aw, thanks. You got that rule right. That was perfect. Perfect. Nidsnorks. Nidsnorks. Could you use your burners as power weapons to assault the war buggy? I guess more of a question than an accusation, but you could. Power weapons don't do really extra towards vehicles. But when you have melta-bombs on every single one of your infantry units, you use melta-bombs. That's simple. Shrike 098. Dan, great bat rep, but the Bastion was already immobilized, so when it lost its weapon, it should have counted as a wreck. Except that a vehicle, when it gets immobilized and has one weapon, then you destroy the weapon, then it's a box. And then if you get another weapon or immobilized result, then it becomes a wreck. Okay, so if I had, say, a truck for my Orks, or Andy's Orks, has one weapon, goes forward, gets shot, gets immobilized. Gets shot again, the weapon's taken off. It's not dead yet. You have to shoot it again, and then if you get a weapon, because it still can be a transport. It's still a building. It's still a bastion. It can still hold guys inside of it. It's still there. But if you were to destroy a weapon or immobilize it, and they go back. So if you have 3 weapons and it's already immobilized, you get an immobilized result, you take off 1 more weapon. And you get another immobilized result, take off 1 more. Another immobilized result, take off that one. 1 more immobilized result, you can't do anything, it's wrecked. Okay, same thing with weapon destroyed. You kill the weapons until there's no weapons, then you immobilize it, and then it's wrecked. So you have to eliminate everything, and then 1 more time. So, you're wrong. Okay, Peckman. Peckman. Is that a Willow reference? Peck. Okay. If you get that reference, I love you. Peckman, in the last turn, you shot and killed the Death Dread with your bikes, but you charge the Bastion in the same turn, and that's not possible as far as I know. Otherwise, great game. Cheers. No, I did not. Maybe it was my bad narration. I'm terrible at it, I know. But, no, what happened there is I shot it with the Ludas. The Ludas shot it. They were like, it was kind of hard to film because there was a big wrecked vehicle and like a Bastion and guys everywhere. But in the middle of it all, there was like 5 Ludas or 4 Ludas or something. And they shot at the Death Dread and killed it. So the bikes were just circling us. So the bikes didn't shoot anything, so they could have assaulted the Stompa, or the Bastion. That's a little misunderstanding. Space Frisian, you can't consolidate after destroying a vehicle. Yep. And I'm guessing you're referring to the war boss killing the looted wagon in the last turn. We weren't too worried about it because the game was basically over and it was just... He couldn't kill it anyways because the last Bastion had a bunch of guns on it still, so the best that 8 can do against Bastion's glance, and if it glances, then best they can do is destroy a weapon, like immobilize it or destroy a weapon. So it wouldn't be able to kill it anyways, so it wouldn't have made a difference. But yes, you were right. You don't consolidate after. It made no difference to the game, but for future reference, we'll try to keep that under wraps. When a unit destroys a vehicle, it does not get to consolidate unless it's a walker. Dark Prince Raven. Le Gasp. Yellow is the luckiest color. Actually, that's very, very... okay, that's totally wrong rule. Okay? In Orks, the rule is blue is lucky. You paint yourself blue. You can't wear a blue shirt. You have to paint yourself blue. Just smother it all over there and become blue. That's the luckiest color. What we were dealing here was red versus yellow. Speed freaks versus bad moons, like evil sons versus bad moons. You know, rich versus the fast. There's kind of a rivalry, or like, you know, there's tension, because the red orcs get there first, and so they kind of get their choice of the loot. But they kind of want to just keep on going, so it's not. But so the yellow guys, they're usually more slower, more, you know, they're in the back. They don't want to throw their lives away necessarily. They're just shooting their like flash kits and all that stuff. But they still want all of it, and so they get there first. They can get their pickings, but that's why there was fighting. Orcs versus orcs. J-Ponage. Yeah, J-Ponage. Aren't melt-a-bombs pure 3d6 and not the 2d6 as shown? I could be mistaking the rules in the footage, so my bad if I am. No, you got the rules perfectly straight. Rulebook, page 63, bottom right corner, melt-a-bombs, 8 plus 2d6. So no, they're not straight 3d6, they're better. It's 8 plus 2d6. So now you know. Wrong. Mythal. Did the wagon that flat out move not fire, or was it wrecked and not mentioned on the camera commentary? I guess that's not actually a rule wrong, just a misunderstanding. No, it didn't fire because Battle Wagon is not a fast unit, or fast vehicle. And so if you move flat out, if you move more than 6, you can only fire defensive weapons, which you have none, because you only had a big shooter. That's strength 5. And Andy's Battle Wagon always moved 6, usually, and it only moved 6 when it shot, and then moved 12 and didn't fire anything. So yes, it moved flat out and it did not fire. That's all the comments for now. Thanks for rating and watching and commentating, especially those positive ones. Does wonders for my self-esteem. I love you guys. Okay.